Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic: what intro to a show was such a banger that you would never skip it? In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-team. I ain't getting in no plain fool. No problem. Oh, totally unrelated, how about a glass of milk? DuckTales, woo-oh-oh-oh. This is one of my brain's favorites, with lyrics changed to go along with whatever I'm doing. Loud dry. Woo-oh-oh. I usually sing it while drinking cocktails. Hoo-oh-oh. X-Files. Can't help but whistle along with it every time. I'd make sure to watch every time, for when they'd change the words at the end. Deceive, inveigle, obfuscate. I was in high school when that one showed up. I had to convince my mom that I wouldn't be too tired for the set the next day. Next day comes and one of the analogy questions has obfuscate in it. I'd never seen the word before watching the X-Files the night before and would have definitely gotten it wrong, or skipped it. IRT's animated X-Men show. Edit, holy shit. I guess I'm not alone. Also Batman the animated series. These two cartoons pretty much made my grade school years. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Edit, wow, this blew up. I hope everyone has enjoyed this nostalgia trip together. Thank you so much, kind strangers, for the awards. They are the first I've ever got. West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spent most of my days. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. Samurai Jack. Got to get back. Back to the past. Samurai Jack. Whoosh /tilde. Tank. By Yokoko. The intro for Cowboy Bebop. Edit to add, the real folk blues is a banger as well. 3, 2, 1, let's jam. I love that the only lyrics are 5 seconds in. I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everyone and their stuff together. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Malcolm in the Middle. You ain't not the boss of me now. You ain't not the boss of me now. Batman, the animated series. It masterfully tells you everything you need to know about Batman in exactly 1 minute, without a single word. Without a title, even, which is the ballsiest part. We don't need a title card to tell you you're watching Batman. You already know this by now. What We Do in the Shadows series, so good. This is the best. The song and imagery are perfect. And the show is one of my absolute favorites. The imagery is so good, I love all the paintings and the 80s pics. Futurama theme song fucky slaps. Have you ever heard Psyche Rock, the song that it's based on? It's amazing. If you're curious like I was to hear what it sounded like, here you go. https://www.youtube.com. Gravity Falls. Hands down, absolutely, one of the best intros in television history. And then the weird Magedo mix was also chef's kiss. I love it so much I hate it when they use the shorter version. While I agree, the shorter intro did mean a longer episode. BoJack Horseman. And it's not just a great song, the imagery that goes with it is both interesting and perfectly sets the tone for the show. Plus, it changes periodically so it never gets stale. Dude. Just realized a week or 2 ago that he started hallucinating after drinking the coffee. That shit is genius. Also, after he broke his bed, it's actually broken in the background of the theme song. The fucking details, man. It changes as the plot changes, pretty awesome attention to detail. The full track is a banger. The Simpsons one is good, I like watching the couch gags. With how awesome some of the couch gags were, skipping past the Simpsons intro feels like committing a felony. If you click the skip intro when watching on Disney Plus, it skips to the couch gag instead of past it. You of course though then miss whatever Bart writes on the board. Gravity Falls. Especially because of how it changes in Weird Magedo. One Punch Man Season 1 opening, gets me hype every time. I love the intro to Stranger Things. My sister describes it as minimalistically hypnotic. Westworld has a great intro. The music is great, the visuals are so cool looking, and the fact that they changed each season made it even cooler. Osh dag, I'd forgotten Westworld. Raymite Jawadi is a goddamn treasure. Neon Genesis Evangelion opener. An eternity has passed and I still can recall that song. More than any show I have ever seen. It's still a bowl of psychological trauma though. The H in Neon Genesis Evangelion stands for happiness. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Used to quote it along with Katara every time. Long ago the four nations lived together in peace and harmony, then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them, but when the world needed him most, he vanished. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Op 1. Ed loses arm and leg. Al loses whole body. Wiry loses her balance. Which I thought as her life became unstable. Actually asked this species in watching FMA, B again and Op 3 is amazing. Our golden time lover. My fav after Yui again. The Boondocks. Narcos. Scrolled so far down for this. I watched it over 4 years ago and the theme song is still stuck in my head sometimes. What a banger. Bob's Burgers. Short and simple but new signs for the service truck and business next door. I always watch for the truck and the store. My favorite truck so far is Adios Mis Charchos. I'm sad no one mentioned fees and FUB. There's 104 days of summer vacation and school comes along just to end it. The annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe building a rocket, or fighting a mummy, or climbing up the Eiffel Tower. The Sopranos. Woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Woke up this morning, got some gabagool. A few years back my wife and I were in New York for a friend's wedding out in the Catskills and we had to pick up another friend at his rich uncle's house out in the NJ suburbs before heading to the hills. So we did pretty much exactly the drive for the intro, complete with pulling up to this fancy-ass estate house. We listened to that song like 3 times, haha. I live right down the block. Have to drive literally everyone that visits by the house. It's the first thing they want to do. I just did a rewatch of all 86 episodes and I don't think I skipped the intro once. Just great. Danny Phantom. Young Danny Fenton, he was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. Edit, Jesus people, you don't need to keep telling me. It was designed to view a world unseen. He's gonna catch 'em all cause he's Danny Phantom. Parks and Recreation, always made me smile. That show is so wholesome it makes me want to cry. When my life was a wreck and I watched that show it reminded me there's still good in the world. Overdramatic yes, but true. Edit, when I was in a really low place in life, on FXX80 like 8 or 9 AM they'd play Raising Hope and then Parks and Rec back to back and it gave me this strange sense of comfort to watch those even though I was morbidly depressed and miserable. Community for me, love the song. Edit, thanks for the awards. You guys are cool, cool cool cool. Happy music, sad lyrics. Perfect for Greedale. The only way they could beat it is if they replaced it with the peanut rap. I think it's hard to pick a favorite cold open for Community but that just might be mine. It is between the peanut rap and when they are making notches with keys in the desk. Both of them kill me every time. Game of Thrones. Until it got depressingly bad now it just makes me sad. Yes, the music was great. Not to mention the sequence hanging every single episode. It was cool to see the changes the world did to the opening sequence. You also knew which part of the world the episode would focus on. I loved it, makes me feel all nostalgic now. Still debating if I really want to do a S1 to S4 rewatch. I don't think I'll ever gather the strength to go through it knowing that there are no rewards awaiting with the ending. The Addams Family. With Lurch at the harpsichord and Kitty, a lion, coming down the staircase as the cast snaps their fingers in time to the music, with memorable lyrics. The Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. It quiet, but this song makes me feel safe. The Golden Girls are a treasure and a favorite stay homesick from school watch. King of the Hill. Yep. Yup. Original Ben 10. The Mandalorian. Ending 2. Drive. Who? Yeah, I don't think I've ever skipped the intro, come to think of it. Woo wow ee woo woo wow ee woo 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 woo. The Expanse, hands down. I never skip it. Pensive instrumental music. Women singing in Norwegian. I by Sharma Kaanaabe. Look at this inner earther. No belter loader here. The music and visuals are so good, almost hypnotic. I'm sad that not more of my friends know about this show. Very underrated show.